What's up everyone? It's time for another episode of FragsBunny's Battlegrounds, and we're back on a ranger map once again. My next game's play style will be somewhat different compared to the previous one, but it's usually because of circumstances. Anyway, as you can see, I'm trying to land somewhere closer to the middle of this map. And apparently another player is also trying to land in the same place as I am. As usual, my first opportunity is to grab the first weapon that comes in sight, and if that guy comes after me, wait for him in ambush and kill him. But most of the times I usually just prefer to run to the safe zone. Okay, so far so good. I have managed to land myself safely. But no weapon inside yet. Have to pick a weapon. Anything. Well, UMP would do good. Oh! AKM is even better. And of course I need a helmet to survive those deadly headshots. As you can see on the minimap, there is at least one other player. He is in different part of the map. I'm aware of another player's presence, but for now it's more important for me to finish looting this place and replace UMP with an assault rifle. And I think I'm still missing armor vest. I do appreciate the scope and the extended magazine for a rifle. The next safe zone has appeared, so instead of engaging for a shutdown, I'm going to head to the safe zone straight away and start the search for a vehicle. And I did it right on time, because the other player is already close into the house where I previously was. As you can see, there is nothing special happening in the map. I do try to carefully look around in case of any enemies. What do I need first hand is a vehicle. A vehicle to get somewhere on the far safe part of the map. Once I get a vehicle, I usually go to the zone with high loot, either hospital or shooting range. I think hospital is the closest one. I can finish looting hospital quickly and then head to the safe zone or the circle starts to close. But first I get to get that motorcycle first. Nothing happened around. But that's basically good for me, since I'm not the kind of guy who usually goes into heavy firefights. What I prioritize above everything else is my own survival. I prefer getting my battle points by getting in the top 10 rather than by killing anyone. I know that kills gives me 20 points in addition to another 20 points for successful hits. But my playstyle is simple, it's to play safe. You may call it as rapid playstyle, as rabbits are usually cowardly creatures that try to hide from their predators. That's not to say I can't play aggressive, it usually depends on the mood. And there were The hospital, one of those places where you can find many good loot, sometimes even level 3 armor and helmets, and maybe even good scopes. Luckily, there is no one else in that area either. Obviously, they don't show interest in this area because it's not inside the safe zone. And a level 3 backpack. I think I might replace one of assault rifle with a sniper one. I can replace AK with SKS or Mauser rifle, for example. I still have plenty of time to loot everything. Even after ring starts to close, I still have about 3 minutes before the ring fully closes, and even then it won't be as damaging in the first minutes of the game. Grenades always can come handy, though I personally rarely if ever use them. I should use grenades more frequently, but since I am not the aggressive types, and since I play cautiously, I hardly ever use them. There's actually another player in the area. He is on the bike and he is heading already near the hospital, but he has no idea coming to the hospital itself. He's heading to the storage, but quite interesting enough, another player is occupying the storage right now. If anything, there is a high chance that those two might encounter each other. As for me, there are plenty of loot, especially on the roof. 2 more medkits just now. More ammo. It's not safe to stay on the roof for too long, however. Those two, I wonder, will they start running each other? It might happen faster than expected, or might not happen at all. Let's watch them for now. Place your bets, guys and girls. Who is going to win? Or will they both survive? Because sometimes players are just likely to disengage from the fight rather than continuing it. I'm still in the hospital, but the circle is starting to close, so in a minute or two I should be leaving right now. Those two are jumping on top of the crates. They're bound to see each other sooner or later. Oh, look at this! Looks like I got 13 and got the first shot. and he wins the shootout. He gets to keep all the loot that he has from that guy, the other guy. Well, or girl, it was using the model of a girl, I suppose. Anyway, I have already finished looting the hospital, but instead of a bike, I would prefer to drive a UAZ car. It's safer. And I'm planning to go the long way around. I'm going to use the Georgopol bridge in order to avoid possible encounters with enemy players. I think I'm still missing some pieces of my equipment, but generally I have enough medkits, low to armor on both sides, and I believe I have a good scope, a 4x scope on my rifle as well. I think I should move to the live streaming next time I start record something. I think live streaming would be more exciting than the games that came from pre-recorded replay. Still, replay feature is quite nice because it allows you to see something that you couldn't see in the game that you previously went in, like those shootouts for example. You can even discover some quite funny moments like I showed you in the very first episode. There is actually another player right beside me. He already looted the crate that landed nearby. I had no idea of the existence of the crate. For some odd reasons he decides to change cars. Anyway, back to me. I'm still was in the middle of my looting process when I started to hear the car engine. Have to get that first strike and scare him out. Well, I can get a good aim because of those trees. It's not like he would be returning in this place and I have to move either. He probably just settled in the nearby compound. Yeah, his car is there. I see his car. Now the question is, can I snipe him from behind the rocks? No, I don't see anything. Hey, what is wrong with my car? Come on, come back! Hey, my car! And this guy, he is actually inside the building, so obviously not on the roof. By the time he gets in and... what does he see? At this point I noticed the loot crate and start going after it. Oh! I got hit! That sniper from the far side is attacking me! It's no longer safe to stay here, have to get back to my car. Right now that I'm somewhat safe, I should use that opportunity to heal. I think I managed to get the adrenaline syringe back from the loot crate. Was that a medkit? Anyway, I have not given up on that loot crate yet. I think I might come back for it sooner. There is still... I thought there was an SKS rifle. This guy just abandoned his sniping position and is checking the other tower. As for me, I'm quite positive. I'm quite certain there was an SKS rifle, but now I can't find it. I probably maybe have dropped it. But I can't stay here for too long, because the loot crate is definitely going to attract other players too, since it's also in the safe zone. The safe area on the map is actually all the way north. It covers the southern town and the shooting range. Shooting range, as you remember, is quite one of my favorite places. Not the range itself, but the bunker where I usually guarantee to get some loot. I personally have no idea what place can be called safe, since at this point there are bound to be enemies in just about any building or shack that I might encounter. At this point I consider heading to the city itself, but who knows, maybe they're waiting for that already. Another loot crate, but I had my bad experience with being shot right during the middle of my looting process, so I don't think I'll be going after it right now. 2 loot crates. Sometimes a plane drops not 1, but 2 loot crates at once. And you can imagine that our firefights are bound to happen right near one. And one player is already expecting to get the crate, is landing right in the middle of open field. But from my point of view, looting in such open field is usually a bad idea, as you can hear from the gunshots. They're engaging in the closest fight ever, and Codless managed to win the firefight. He managed to kill 2 players at once and somehow survive, and now he gets the loot, unless someone else bound to come at it later. He quickly loses it, and without any time to heal him, he escapes. He gets to the bunker, and now look at this! This guy! He parks his car right inside the bunker. Who would think about it? I had no idea you can do this. Why would he do that? Probably to hide his car so that others wouldn't notice that there is an enemy player inside the bunker. As for me, I just check nearby a set of buildings. Luckily it was empty, so I can loot it for some more pieces of loot and some pills, I guess. Well, I just missed a hand grenade and a bunch of pills. Oh well. There are bound to be even more firefighters around that loot crate. Interestingly enough, the city itself has no players inside around. No one is camping inside those buildings yet. They are still around, but just not inside the city. Two players occupy the different corners of the road, probably aware of each other but trying not to peek out too much. And Kadlas hiding in his bunker, with his car parked there. I'm driving here, I'm already assured that there might be someone in that storage nearby, so I'm just passing it around. And the same goes from that central building on the right as well. I still have no idea where to stop. I'm assuming that the city has a lot of enemies, so I'm trying to keep driving along the road. I see a player on the hill, he's already running over cover, so I don't want to engage him right now, so I think I'll just move to the other side. Close to the edge of the circle. He's already moving into position to attack me, or so I believe. But as you can see, I'm purposely moving with Vex in pattern that makes it difficult to aim and attack without exposing yourself. But he noticed someone else. Take a look at this. This guy is with Hilly Suit, hopes himself not to be noticed, but the moment he starts himself running... Oh, and by the way, the new circle has landed. It's right in the middle of the city of Severnay. The city is now the main safe zone, so I'm heading there straight away. Oh, this time Gilly Suit did not save him. Anyway, I'm arriving right to the city and heading to the closest building I have. Definitely not the temple. And as you can see, another crate is smoking looted outside. Or was it the same crate? Well, it didn't matter. The city is the new safe zone, and players are bound to come after it. Lots of hidden actions. Bonus for some audition chose to use this part as cover. But generally this is a bad idea, because everyone should be already know that he is there, because he parked his bike right here. And before he locked the doors, everyone knows he's inside, so he can't leave. Only 15 players alive. 10 minutes ago it was 51. And the next circle is going to cut their numbers even more. Wow, he got shot. No place is safe. Wow, that was almost close from Rod kill. They're both taking fires from snipers in the windows. Feeder is trying to retaliate, but he's taking fire from more than one sniper at once. And now the snipers are shooting at each other. And at this point, no one else still got in the city other than this player. Other than me and Jovel's, there's no one in the city, for players start to close in the city as well. This guy is also trying to rush and get to the nearby building as soon as possible. He managed to get inside the 3-story building. You have to play extremely careful, only 10 players alive, and any mistake here would be your last. They probably are aware of each other. The circle is about to close in 30 seconds. As for me, I already relocated myself to the next building the moment the circle changed its locations. Codlas finally gets out of his bunker. And he gets the first shot on his enemy. He is behind cover, so he has the advantage, but they engage in a close fight really fast. He managed to get the kill. At this point, the circle starts to close down. He runs back in his bunker. He wants to get into his car and take it out of here and use it to drive to the city. Is that for real? He can't get out. He can't get his car out of his bunker. The stairs are on his way. Come on, you can do it. The circle is starting to get even more deadlier. He dies, but at the price of his life, he managed to get his car out of the bunker. This guy. I have to change my locations quickly, because the circle is going to go. Sure, it poses a big risk, but it's better to take initiative. I believe they are all in the western part. One second. Sorry for this delay, had to take care of the personal matters. Anyway, as you can see, Jovels already knows my next cover. He's trying to blow it up with grenades. But neither of the grenades hits the window. And at this point he runs out of grenade, so the only thing he can do is to sit up behind the cover and see there. But now I'm already aware that someone is trying to snuff me out. 5 players left alive at this point, and the circle is starting to shrink once again. An outer is taking shots at the lost hero with a sniper rifle, but he is already cornered by the circle. He's forcing to run out of his cover. He clings behind the wall, but he dies to wall anyway. The other one still thinks that he is still alive and gets shot by a said sniper. Only 3 players are alive. Me hiding inside that shack. Jovels and Lost Hero. Who is going to take the glory? Who is going to take that chicken dinner? You know, getting third at this point is not bad at all. At this point I have 0 kills, I didn't kill any single player. At best I can get out with 1 or 2 kills, but I can't get out without getting myself being shot at. I know that at least one player knows where I'm hiding right now. The guy who just shot a grenade at me, and he's still out there. And probably the other one who had a car. He's the only one with a hard cover. The circle is closing again. He throws a grenade! But it didn't quite reach its target. Obviously, the next hardest part is to get into the next safe cover without getting shot. He got lucky this time. The circle is still not closed on his cover, but he is still pressured. The next time circle is going to close, it will be forced to run. And as for both of us, we are still inside the circle, and including the area where it's about to shrink next. But it's a quite complicated situation. It's basically like this: the first one to move loose. Sure, you might kill the first player if you start going Rambo, but then the second player might get an upper hand on you. He will know your exact location and get a retaliation shot in return, or at very least gets in a better position. If you were in that kind of situation, what would you do? And as for me, I can't get out my cover at all. I have to stay put. Oh, Lost Hero just safely managed to run across the harsh area. Now take a look at this. This is quite a dilemma, isn't it? 3 players left alive. I'm assuming I'm most likely being surrounded by them. They probably both know my locations. I choose to locate myself right beside the door instead of the window. Think it's probably easy to ambush anyone who tries to enter the door. I can already hear the footsteps of the other guy who is behind the building right now. He is more interested about the guy behind the fence on the opposite side. He knows there are 2 enemies still alive, and he knows where exactly those enemies are. One is the building and the other is behind the building. Is this a stalemate? Well, if you be honest, the game won't allow itself a stalemate. After 3 more minutes pass, the circle will close one more time, and this time it will close up the entire map. And either all players die to the circle, or at least one player dies and the other gets his chicken dinner. But there is still time before the final circle closure. But none of them are making their move. They're waiting for the other player to move. But if you don't move, and if your opponent doesn't move either, what will you do? And of course, I can't make a movement either for the obvious reasons. Oh, looks like Lost Hero is the first one who makes a move. He's trying to flank levels. And obviously the flanking action doesn't go unnoticed. They're right beside each other, beyond the fence. How it's going to turn out? Oh, he just simply sidesteps and kills him. Now it's just only me and the other guy. And from that distance I couldn't see where the shots were, so I have no idea where my enemy is, and obviously stepping out of a building is a huge risk, a risk that I can't accept right now. I'd rather get the first shot than him. So it's now just you, so it's rather just me and Lost Hero. One of us is going to leave with chicken dinner tonight. Or rabbit dinner in my own case. And in just 5 seconds the circle is about to close up. I'm going to patch myself with painkillers to endure the damage. Lost Hero! He's sitting behind, he does not move. He's trying to heal, but the circle is already as little as he can be. He dies to the circle, and the match ends with my sole victory. And it's not just an ordinary victory, it's a victory with 0 kills. A rapid dinner with 0 kills. Can you believe it? A victory with 5 kills is one thing, but a victory in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds with 0 kill on the score, well, that's not something that everyone can achieve. You have to be one of 100 in order to get that win, and one of even more 100 people in order to get a 0 kill win. It requires utmost patience, but as you can see, it's possible. I'm the last one alive, I got my rabbit dinner, and I got 0 kills. From 0 to hero. Well, thank you for watching this game. And I'll see you in the next episode of my FragsBunny's Battlegrounds. See you next time, and I hope I'll get more exciting victories.